Hey, what's up everyone? You're here with Goran from Pick Dawgz, and you are here for your free picks for Sunday, July 23rd. Well, guys, the Saturday was a bit slow with no MLS schedule this weekend, but we keep pushing on with those Scandinavian picks that we have from the Norwegian Eliteserien and the Swedish Allsvenskan. And slowly the leagues are picking up in Europe. We have Swiss Super League starting this weekend, and I believe that the Danish Super League has started as well. So we are slowly picking up. For Sunday, I believe I have 10 games for you in this video, so 10 free picks, guys. Some games in Norway, a few more games in Sweden as well. So stay tuned, guys. Get your free winners and let us help you win some money. If you want more free picks, go to the Pick Dawgz YouTube channel, of course. Check it out, see what else we have going on. And for my best bets, click the link in the description of this video. That will get you up to the page on the Pick Dawgz website where you can sign up. Let's get this show on the road, guys. We are kicking off with Norway, and we have Hamkam playing against Stabæk. And in this head-to-head matchup, Stabæk has actually been a pretty dominant team. They have been scoring a bunch of goals in this matchup, but their current form is not that good, and they actually haven't won any of their last 7 games. Hamkam, on the other side, has won 3 of their last 5, and they have been scoring a decent amount of goals. But you know what? Since Stabæk has been so good in this matchup, I think that the goals are the way to go in this game. So both teams to score an over 2.5 at plus 106. I think that's gonna be a nice winner for us, and the price is definitely absolutely amazing to take. So Hamkam against Stabæk, both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. For our next matchup, guys, we have Haugesund playing against Lillestrøm, and I'm keeping this one very, very simple, guys. Haugesund hasn't won any of their last 6 games against Lillestrøm. They are in a bad form. They are on a 2-game losing streak, while Lillestrøm on the other side is on a 3-game winning streak, and they have absolutely been quite dominant in this matchup as well. So I'm taking Lillestrøm on the money line, plus 104. Excellent price on the better team and on the team in a much better form at the moment. Odds BK is playing against Valeranga in this next game, guys, and I think this could be another interesting game because both teams have been playing decent football. In the head-to-head games, they are kind of even, and we usually see a decent amount of goals scored from both sides. And over the last few weeks, both teams have been conceding a bunch and scoring a lot of goals as well. So I do like goals in this one, but I think I'm gonna go with the team that's been pretty solid at home, and that's Odds BK, and we are getting that at plus 143. So just the money line alone is an excellent price. And then again, if you would like a deep plus money, guys, I think I would give it a shot with both teams to score and Odds BK to win. That's gonna be like plus 250 or something like that. So go with that. But personally, I'm gonna be taking the money line on Odds BK at home. Sandefjord is hosting Bodo Glimt, and Bodo seems to find their way back finally. They have been consistent over the last few games. They have won all 3 of those games by scoring 6 goals altogether. They have kept a couple of clean sheets as well. They are not as effective yet as we are used to seeing them, but they're playing against Sandefjord now, the team that has conceded 10 goals in their last 3 games, the team that has been horrible defensively. And in order for us to get some value out of this game, we have to add goals to the money line. So Bodo Glimt to win and over 2.5 goals, it's minus 162, and even that is a pretty steep price. So I think that there might be some better and safer games to bet on Sunday. So if you don't like this minus 162 price, just skip this game, guys, because until Bodo gets a little bit more consistent with scoring more than 2 or 3 goals, then we can kind of rely on them a little bit more. So Bodo to win and over 2.5 goals at minus 162, but like I said, it might not be worth taking. Tromsø is playing against Brand in the next matchup in Norway, guys. And I think this is going to be another interesting game because both teams are playing decent football right now, and both teams are even with points so far this season, 27 points. Actually, both teams to score has hit in the last 5 games, and over 2.5 has hit in 3 of those 5 games. So The goals have been pretty common here in this matchup, and I think this is going to be another good game because, as well as these teams are playing in the attacking end, they do tend to get a little bit sloppier on that defensive end. So I'm going to go with both teams to score, minus 155. And this actually might be a decent enough pick to put in a double with Bodo Glimt to win and over 2.5. And that will get us a nice plus money, a nice value out of both of these games. Strømsgodset is playing against Rosenborg in the last game of the weekend in Norway, and I think this is going to be a pretty good game because Strømsgodset was on a nice roll. They were winning a bunch of games, but then they ended up losing against Brann last week 1-0, which was quite disappointing. While Rosenborg was struggling a lot and they were without a single win in their last 4 games until last week when they have beaten Tromsø 2-1 at home. We are yet to see how those results are going to have, what kind of an impact are they going to have on the team's form. But I could definitely see goals in this matchup, to be honest. I could see both teams to score, but I'm going to go with the safer route, and I'm just going to take over 2.5, which is minus 162. Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if either of these teams gets shut out in this game. So that's why I'm going with over 2.5 alone instead of both teams to score and over 2.5. Now we are moving on to the Swedish Allsvenskan, guys, and the first game we have is between AIK and Malmö. Now, Malmö has been struggling a lot. They are actually on a 2-game losing streak, and that's something that hasn't happened to them in a while. And not only that, they actually haven't been scoring a lot of goals as well, and that potentially could cost them a lot because they do have some nice competition in Allsvenskan this season, and I believe they're no longer at the top of the table. Let me just pull it up real quick. No, they're actually in 3rd place with 34 points, which means that they have to get back on the winning track as soon as possible. And seeing how they have lost 3 of their last 4 games, this is definitely going to be a spot where we might see that top Malmö team coming out to play. As far as AIK goes, they have lost only 1 of their last 4 games, win the other 3. They have been scoring a decent amount of goals, keeping a few clean sheets as well. And overall, they are a very, very, very decent team that's still at the bottom of the table, and they have a long way to go back to the closer to the top of the table. But in this game, guys, after 2 games on the losing streak, I think that Malmö will get a win. And I get that moneyline alone is very decent at plus 104, but I'm gonna go for the full value here, and I'm gonna take Malmö to win and over 2.5 goals, plus 205. Like I said, I think this might be the game where we finally see that top Malmö team, one of the best teams in Sweden, coming out to play. Norrköping is playing against Degerfors in the next matchup in Sweden, guys, and I know that they haven't been the greatest team at home, but Degerfors is the worst team on the road so far this season, and they are in horrible form. They have only 1 win on the road, they have 6 losses, and Norrköping has actually been quite decent in this matchup, quite dominant, I might say. And for that reason, I'm taking Norrköping to win and over 1.5 goals. Minus 129 should be a decent enough game, and I think that even if Degerfors doesn't score a goal here, Norrköping on their own should get us at least 2 goals and win this game, and adding us those 2 goals as well. Gothenburg is playing against Halmstad, and this is actually quite an interesting game, guys, because Gothenburg has been quite dominant in this matchup, and they actually haven't lost to Halmstad in quite a while. I believe that's 3 goes to like 20 games or something like that, but they have been pretty bad so far this season. They are close to the bottom of the table in 15th place with only 9 points. They are very, very inconsistent on both ends, I might add. While Halmstad on the other side is now undefeated in their last 3 games, and they are in the top half of the table. They are actually competing for European spot. And instead of taking anything on Gothenburg or goals or something like that, I'm simply going to take Halmstad on the double chance, which is minus 127, and that's actually a pretty good price. That's going to get us covered on 2 out of possible 3 outcomes. So I think that Halmstad will stay in this game, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they get a win on the road. So I'm taking Halmstad on the double chance. And the last game of this video, guys, is between Kalmar and Varbergs, and I'm keeping this one pretty simple as well. Both teams are playing pretty sloppy right now, especially Varbergs, who is the weakest team in the league this season, at the bottom of the table, only 8 points, and they have actually never beaten Kalmar in the past. They did get a few draws, yes, but playing on the road against Kalmar, who has a decent start to the season, they have cooled off since then, yes, but they're still a very, very decent team with a decent amount of quality, and the team that has had their best games at home so far this season. So I'm gonna go with Kalmar to win and over 1.5 goal. Minus 113 should be an interesting game, and I think definitely we see at least a couple of goals, and I wouldn't be surprised if both of those goals are from Kalmar. So I'm taking Kalmar to win and over 1.5 goals. That's it, everyone, for this video. Thank you for joining me here. Stay tuned for more free picks. Like I said, we are slowly picking up on those European football leagues, and in less than 3 weeks, the EPL, Serie A, and La Liga will be kicking off as well. So we'll get those top football back pretty soon, guys. Have a great Sunday, guys. Good luck with your bets, and I'll see you soon with more free picks.